A light bulb was not the first light source after dark, because William Murdoch was the first pioneer for the use of light after dark. He worked for years prior to 1792 to collect and store coal gas to make a gas lamp to light up his house. A few years later, Murdoch's city asked him to install a few of his prototype light sources for them in their police station. After word got out about Murdoch's invention, Frederick wanted to bring the gas lamp to the mainstream. The gas lamp was very successful because it was more efficient than outdated candles. Although the gas lamp was very useful at night, they could not give men enough light to work a few hours into the dark. So some countries pushed back or moved forward their clocks to allow their men to save more time and be more efficient in their day. This was known as daylight savings time. The world was only going to so long without an efficient light source to use at night. Long before the mass-produced light bulb Thomas and Edison made, British inventors showed great knowledge to understand electricity can be turned into light. Years later, a researcher named Thomas Edison gathered a team of scientists to test a filament in a light bulb. In the summer of 1879, Edison's team has produced the first light bulb with carbon filament and cottonized threads that would last around 15 hours. His team put together the best version of light bulb yet. When they got a bamboo filament to last in the light bulb, it lasted 1,000 hours. Edison's final product of the light bulb was not necessary for most people at the time. It was the fact that he was able to run wiring through it to make it full electric without using gas. The light bulbs affected the economy in many ways not expected in people's eyes. The visual was that light bulbs affected the economy, with a direct sale and trade of light bulbs to different countries. The third way the light bulb affected our economy is that jobs light bulbs supply. There are still careers that light bulbs provide today with like sales clerks, maintenance men, to SDG employees. When someone has a job, they have to pay taxes to the government. And when there are more jobs, the GDP of a country raises, ultimately growing our economies. The final and most important reason the light bulbs impacted our economy was the ability to expand the workday. Back then, people would not work at night because they would have no reliable sources for light. The light bulb has solved this problem for the world. The common 8-hour workday can now be expanded to the dark because we have light bulbs lighting up our nights. The longer workdays help value our businesses and economies because there's more productivity going on. And when there are more jobs, there's more money to go around because our economy is doing better. The light bulb influences different people differently because we use different shapes and sizes to accomplish different tasks. The light bulb have increased so much popularity in our culture that most of the world decorates their cities and houses for the holidays. The great invention is used in a common pastime in the world known as camping to unite families and friends in the dark. Not only does it help unite people together, they solve many problems and challenges like cooking, cleaning, or working. The light bulbs did not only just boost the productivity rates of companies, but they gave human society a different way of viewing light bulbs towards our environment. People now innovate different ways of the bulb into different screens that produce light. TVs and monitors are still really new compared to the lamps, but they give people a way more complex and more fun way of looking at the light. Companies haven't stopped just with TVs. They have even made touchscreen devices. The light bulb is more special in regards that it is always changing and becoming better versions of itself. Light bulbs are great for our environment because they don't contribute to a lot of pollution and landfills in our atmosphere. But the matter in fact is light bulbs have ridiculously long lifetimes. The fact is civilization came a long distance from being able to use candles for light for 2 days to being able to use very bright light bulbs to last for many years on time. Many may say that it can release mercury into the environment, but the factory that produces it releases tons of non-dangerous gas into the air every day. An astonishing attribute in their light bulbs is they can be recycled for their parts to form new things, saving the world of trash and resources. When an item like a light bulb is recycled, people have less of the idea to throw it out in the streets as a chance of injuring a sea creature. Before the newer models of the light bulb, many people wasted so much energy, so the government needed to employ more and more coal plants that would hurt our environment. So the newer models are saving the consumers